What is going on? I'm zmoT, and it's still raining, and the reason being that, of course, I bought the rainmakers with the last dying breaths of the trader, so I've got 3 days, 4 hours left. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to do Noah's Ark, but with the rainmakers instead of tanks. Now, couple things to note today. First of all, the Boom Beach developer video has been delayed. Not really delayed. Drew said it might be out on the 9th, and it's not out on the 9th, so people kind of lambasted him, but he said might. So it was one of those things where he was trying to give an ETA, trying to be good guy, and then it backfired. So, hopefully it should be out sometime soon. I don't know if he's given a date. Weird that he wouldn't want to give a date after getting completely roasted. But I'm going to show you a couple things about the game that I think seems like people don't know about. It's one of those features that exists that, so if you click on your name, you can click share. And then you get the link to actually share your link, so you can post the link to your base in my YouTube, for example. Throw it in the comments. If I get it, I'll do a base review on a couple, so throw me your base into there. And for those of you who are recruiting, instead of giving your task force details, click actually right on your task force name, and you can copy and paste a link that takes people directly to your task force. So that's a couple things that are not terribly visible, so just click on your name, or click on your task force name and you can share it. You don't have to be an officer or a leader or anything like that. Anyone can do that. Pretty handy. But it doesn't always work. It's very, very, very strange. So my Anon Moose account, the link goes to someone else's base. So if you have that problem, please let me know. It might be just new accounts, because that account's fairly new. I don't really know. I've never seen it before. I've been sharing that basis for a while, and I think it always worked until recently. So let me know if you've ever had problems with that or not. And I have to say, with Boom Beach, you kind of need to click around at things sometimes. There's a lot of information that is not super easy to find, and as a result, it's a little bit wonky. So I'll show you one more thing. Actually, I'll just go through a couple of them here while we're on the topic, just to give us some background information. So, for example, for a sniper tower, click on the number, and it shows you how often it shoots. A little bit handy there. The health doesn't really do much, and the same thing, obviously, with the radar. You can see your invasion percentage. Click on many things, it gives you some more information there. Also, in whatever this is called, the weapons lab, if you actually click the top arrow in the top left corner, you can actually go back and see what else is available to be built. But again, here, same thing. It tells you, click on some things, it tells you how fast it shoots and stuff like that. So there are a lot of hidden little intricacies in Boom Beach, and it's great that they're there, and they're really helpful, but it's also sort of annoying at times when you don't know how to find them. So click around, see what you can find, and if you find something new, please post a comment. So what's new to you, just in case I haven't seen it, in case others haven't seen it. Let us know what you find out. So guys, I sent a link of my base to Chicken, and he says, "Wow, that's awesome, did you invent that?" So that's what made me think, hey, maybe not everyone knows this. Chicken apparently had no idea that functionality. I wanted him to check my base, because, like I said, it brings up the absolute wrong base. Whoa, Crystal. Bomb, Chica, wow. Now, speaking of the rain, like this rain right here, it's crazy. There's a highway nearby, somewhat nearby, that is closed for the next, until, it's now 10 a.m. and they say it might be open by midnight, and a good friend of mine is on that highway with his 4-year-old child in the car. So, awful. It's just getting into fall here. Fall/winter soon, I suppose, and so just bad weather, bad traffic, and hopefully all goes well in that. I'm not sure if anyone was hurt or not. He's okay, but you can't be on a highway for 12 hours with a 4-year-old. That is just that's the ultimate test in patience. So Hopefully that gets opened up sooner than later. What else do we have? Rainmaker seems to be a pretty good substitution for the old tanks in the Noah's Ark. I want to call it a kitchen sink myself. Noah's Ark just you'd have to have two of everything, wouldn't you? But let's see if we can. Oh, I forgot to reload troops, but we'll just carry on maybe. There's going to be a lot of casualties here, and I don't have my what are those things called? I don't have enough GBE to do much, probably. So we're probably just going to watch this fail. I probably should have reloaded all of my rifles. Rifles would have been very, very helpful to start out with those first front boom cannons. Actually, you know what? We're doing pretty okay, though. And if you're asking yourself, why are you using ridiculous troops? That seems to be what people want to see, and it mixes it up and makes it a little bit more fun. People have been saying for quite a bit now that they want to see fails, want to see different troop combos, want to see just mix it up a bit. So for the first 5 stages, I'm going to try to do that unless you, the people, say no, that's a terrible idea, at which case we will reinvestigate. But I'm probably going to fail this because we've already lost all of our Zookas and all of our rifles, so I have a feeling we're just going to run out of time, and that will be sad. Right now we're down to Grenadiers and 1 Rainmaker, and so I'm just going to retreat. Rather than, we could maybe pull that out. A couple people have been complaining on my comments about how they think Rainmakers are terrible, and Rainmakers are the farthest thing from terrible. They are way slow, and I had prepared a video of my 7-year-old and 9-year-old clearing my map with Rainmakers. They've got a bunch of they'd say that they mentioned one another's names a couple times, so I was going to sanitize that. Let me know if that's something you want to see, just me walking absolute beginners through using Rainmakers and Scorchers. There's been a couple of requests for it because my oldest son did a Scorcher video a while back, so it's a little bit out of my comfort zone and odd. But if you'd like to see that, please let me know in the comments, because honestly, they crushed the map with Rainmakers, and they had no idea how to play the game. So I just wanted to show that, yes, let's get a shock there, and maybe a med kit or two. Yes, Rainmakers are super strong, and they can do a lot of damage and clear your map with. And I've used them from anywhere between 200 VP and 1800 VP. So they do work, they are strong, they just need a little bit of tweaking and experimentation if you're not sure how to do it. So I think that was going to be at like 700 VP, which is basically the YouTube sweet spot. If you ever watch, check people's victory points when they're making YouTube videos. Generally, they'll be somewhere under 700 VP, because you can basically clear your map with your eyes closed at that level. Once in a while you run into a hard base, but it's very rare to do so. And that is not to say that if you're sitting at 700 VP you're a complete noob and bad at the game or something like that. Just saying that seems to be the YouTube sweet spot, and proven by my kids clearing my map. And obviously in the first video I thought of doing, I was full boost, and then I realized that's just absolutely ridiculously silly, so went back and tried to do it unboosted, and it went equally well with Rainmakers. Come on. Yes, no, oh, some survivors. I like it when there's no survivors better, but I have no GBE to BART them. The dudes that are, or ladies that are hiding in that mortar's blind spot. Today is also the first day of kindergarten for my daughter. It's the first full day. Like, she went to I had a bunch of orientations last week, and like a half day, and all of those kinds of warm-up exercises. And then today, it's just straight in to full-on all day, every day. This is the first time I have been home with, I work from home, in case that wasn't clear. Home without a kid in the house for an extended period of time. Obviously, they went to preschool and stuff like that for short periods, but for like 9.5 years. So, pretty momentous occasion. Pretty stoked on that. It's going to make my coffee breaks much less interesting, but it should still be pretty great. I mean, huge daycare costs and preschool costs are now been saved, so pretty excited about that. We'll have more money for beer. Speaking of beer, went to a beer festival on the weekend and completely overindulged, and the next day I passed out, just had like a midday nap and woke up and I found out that I'd missed our operation attack, and there was 20k left on the core. So apologies to everyone in that task force. That was a complete I think it's the worst teammate I think I've ever been. So my apologies for that. Let's see if I can do an operation attack here. Nope. So this task force is Junior 9. I threw an account in here. This is where my TMOS account is sitting currently. They have 2 spots available. I'm going to try to show off a task force every single video. So this is Junior 9. They have been running Foxtrot every day, Foxtrot Stronghold a couple times, and doing very well at it. So if you're sitting somewhere in that XP 40 to XP 50 range, jump in here, come along, and do some Foxtrot with us/them. Anyways, that's all I got. Gonna go out for brunch now that we don't have kids. A little bit of a celebration with my wife. Otherwise, I'm going to send my submarine on a dive. Remember to always keep your sub moving. Someone noted that I never seem to use my submarine, that it's always sitting there. I do always send my sub. I just usually do it off screen. So always send your sub. It's free shards, free crystals, free powder that you're going to use your gold for, that you probably have too much gold anyways. So that's it. That's all. Long video. Many things covered. Hit me up in the comments if you want me to review your base, or if you have comments about anything else. Anyways, I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Talk to you very soon, and hopefully we have a dev video to discuss soon as well. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.